All right, welcome to the FabTech Show. Welcome to the Yaskawa booth. Here we have Josh Leaf, and tell the people what you do in the company.
Like I said, my name's Josh Leaf. I'm Senior Product Manager for Thermal Robotics, so basically anything that's a welding robot, arc welding, spot welding, laser cutting, laser welding. So help our engineer team with designing and scoping what our standard products are, and then how we can use those pieces as building blocks to solve kind of any application need.
Yeah, and they have a really cool product. It's one of their differentiator in the market right now. They have a new Smart Teach Pendant, and we're kind of going to walk through today this Smart Teach Pendant, what's different from the old pendant, and what new things are here.
Yeah, it's something kind of special about this. So we designed the Smart Pendant to be part of our entire ecosystem. So this runs on a Wire C1000 controller, just the same as our entire current series of robots do. So yes, you see these a lot with collaborative robots. It does work with our collaborative robots, but that collaborative robot was built on that same platform as all of our other industrial robots. So this Smart Pendant will also work collaborative robot on any other industrial robot as well. Some limitations when it comes to multiple robot control and external axes, for example, but for the basic user that's wanting this to kind of get started into robotics, maybe build a ease of use application, which I can walk through an example here as well. It's a great place to get started there.
Yeah, I think one thing that's really nice is like this Teach Pendant gives a programming platform that it makes it more easy to program, right? It maybe an operator level, or maybe somebody who just recently got out of college has more of a capability to program a system with this type of Teach Pendant versus the older Teach Pendant.
Right. Yeah, some tools. I mean, we can do things like we're kind of showing off here at the show, the Weld Builder. The Weld Builder is an application where it's kind of a wizard type application, gives you step by step as you're building a weld. It'll ask you questions like what kind of wire are you using, what size wire. It'll tell you what processes are good for that application, and kind of walk you through what those programmings are. Other things though we have on here that are kind of unique. It's a little more of a plain English style, even in our Inform language, which is also found on our traditional Teach Pendant. So somebody who's taught on Inform, it's going to cross over here. It's just going to be even easier to understand here. But as I'm teaching the robot, typically I have all my different joint movements, XYZ coordinate system, for example. On the collaborative robots, we also have the hand guiding that would be exclusive to those. But something I can do with just the Smart Pendant that's unique to us. Make sure servos are on here. It's a smart frame guiding. So instead of X plus minus, Y plus minus, Z plus minus, this is actually calibrated to be, put it from the robot here, simple left, right, away, up, down. So if I hit right, the robot's going to move right. So I think it's stuck in an application right now. If I move left, the robot's going to move left. So right, left, away, toward. Well, I'm in front of the robot. What if I'm this way? Left is no longer towards you. Left is out here. So same thing. Left pointing there. Left, right, up, down. So it was even simple enough for my 6-year-old son at the time to pick up and program a basic part, moving it from part A to part B. So that's kind of unique to this piece. I sacrificed that over here, but a lot of people love this. They build up muscle memory. They know where those coordinates are. They understand that XYZ system. So whether you're getting started here, try this later, or stay here, both are equally powerful. It's just a few more cool things we can do with this piece.
Now, is that coordinate system available on traditional style robots as well?
Yes, yeah. So any of the blue robots, I'd be able to use that smart frame as well. Just using the accelerometer pieces that are built into this specific pendant rather than this guy.
And so if you guys didn't 100% pick this up, as he was moving around with the Teach Pendant, it was basically tracking his relation to the robot and auto-adjusting the frame of the robot.
Yeah, so this is even a feature where it's tracking the tilt of the Teach Pendant to actually change the tilt of my TCP here as well.
So you see like the yaw pitch roll is adjusting based on the position of the Teach Pendant itself.
And same thing, I can roll around a single point of contact, adjust my torch angle that way, rather than getting in and trying to manipulate or figuring out XYZ, what joint I'm trying to control. So pretty slick.
Yeah. And another thing that he mentioned before was these Teach Pendants can be interchanged. You can swap them out. You can program in the shop floor whenever you're doing like your initial programming. You can program on the older style teach pendant, maybe that's what your robot programmer's like. But whenever you actually deploy the system, you can deploy it with this type of teach pendant to give better like operator control and user interface for those who don't quite understand how to program the robot as efficiently.
Yeah, especially if it's straightforward, high mix type applications, this is great. It's gonna be a little more complicated. 6 robots, multiple axis slides, positioners. That's where a pro using this is going to do a faster job, especially because it's lighter weight teach pendant. So there are a few pros over this, but some really cool toys that we can incorporate here.
And I'm not sure if you guys have it completed or not yet, but you're essentially installing a version of this teach pendant in that teach pendant.
Yep. In the current boot mode, I can't show that, but it will simulate this same screen, this same keypad on here. That also opens up some functions that we've built here. So I need to use them here until we port all those functions to its own tool here. So like if we're just playing with as far as if you're welding, ComArc through arc seam tracking, which basically just measures that voltage amperage while you're welding. That's a feature we've always had here. I can pull up that simulated teach pendant here and still access that. Eventually we'll have a tool for that as well on here that'll mimic that as well.
Yeah, so like a lot of the systems that come out with this new smart pendant, some of the advanced features have been removed, right? And so Yaskawa's working towards right now and temporarily having a virtual version of this, but it's going to implement that same tool so that way that advanced feature is now also on the smart pendant.
Exactly. And easy to use, right? More approachable, I like to say, for this guy. Yeah, this might freak some people out if they see all the buttons, right? But see something that looks like an iPad, probably functions like an iPad, and we treat it as such.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is probably going to be the future teach pendant. Everybody's born with a tablet in their hand now, and you know, there's a lot of people that still love this, but this is because they programmed on it for years and they're familiar with it. And you know, there's probably going to be a few iterations of this. Maybe people want a little bit more buttons, or you know, or a module that they plug into the bottom. But you know, this tablet style teach pendant is definitely the future of automation and where we're going.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.